How confident are you that your estate planning and your financial plans are working together effectively? Estate planning and financial planning, they're so interrelated, they're so interconnected, that people just don't realize the impact that one has on the other. And if there's any gaps or inconsistencies, or if they're not perfectly aligned, it does mean potentially unintended outcomes down the line. It can create stress and time and cost at the most difficult times. So it's important that we start looking at things from a bigger picture, joined up approach, which can reduce the burden, hopefully give you and your family peace of mind going forward. So, for example, we would definitely recommend and advise on wills and lasting power of attorney. They're really important legal documents to get set up correctly. But we'll go a step further. We'll make sure that those important legal arrangements are aligned to care funding decisions, to inheritance tax planning, to pension decisions. So we look at the bigger picture to make sure the advice is joined up. We've seen firsthand the impacts of not having your affairs in order on the stress of families, when really just some early, later life planning advice would have prevented it. We're Harold Stevens, so we're independent later life financial planning specialists with legal services. So it does mean that we can offer joined up, bigger picture advice, combining both legal and financial planning to make sure that everything's under one roof, everything's joined up, everything's efficient and working and aligned. I'll be doing a few events over the next few weeks to talk about some of these issues. It might give you a chance to identify any gaps in your planning. I'll identify some practical steps that you can take to strengthen your arrangements. We'll be looking at wills, lasting power of attorney, trust planning. We'll be looking at the basics as well as the practical process. Importantly, any issues to look out for along the way. And I'll be looking at wealth preservation, inheritance tax planning, care planning, how it all interrelates, how it all comes together. They do tend to book out these events, so definitely go on to haroldstevens.co.uk for information on the events and on details on how to book, and I hope you join me there. Okay, see you soon.